Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Byron Scott. Well, 3 juveniles involved in the attempted murder on a Prince George's County school bus a month ago have been indicted. 14-year-old Lawrence Hill, 14-year-old Maria Vaughter, along with 15-year-old Caden Holland, a.k.a. Baby K, have been indicted on 16 counts and will be charged as adults. These charges include attempted first and second degree murder, first and second degree assault, along with the use of a firearm and conspiracy. State's Attorney Aisha Braveboy had this message today for parents.
Talk to your children. Figure out where they are, who their friends are, what they're doing with their time. Because if they end up on my desk, I'm going to do my job. Our job is to ensure that our community is safe, that people can freely live their lives, that young people can go to school, get their education, without the fear of someone pointing a gun at them.
The juveniles will remain in custody until their next hearings. An Annapolis man who allegedly shot multiple people over the weekend appeared in front of a judge today. This is the suspect, Charles Smith, who was ordered held without bond. Smith faces numerous charges, including murder and attempted murder. This all stems from a fatal shooting that occurred on the 1000 block of Paddington Place in Annapolis Sunday evening. Police say Smith fatally shot 3 people and injured 3 others. Well, 2 local nonprofits are calling on Maryland to adopt the Community Reinvestment Act. Economic Action Maryland and National Community Reinvestment Coalition say adoption of the law at the state level will help ensure that black and brown people get mortgages. They say statewide in some neighborhoods, black and brown people receive 35% of loans, but made up 40% of the population.
The Community Reinvestment Act at the state level is particularly important because most loans are coming from institutions that have no community reinvestment requirements. If we expand those requirements to credit unions and mortgage companies, we'll be able to see more loans going to communities of color. This is particularly important because credit unions deny applicants of color at 2.1 times the rate that banks do. We don't want this to be able to continue happening. We want communities of color to be able to gain access to loans and financial products that they need.
And June is National Homeowner Month. Well, WSSC says customers in Prince George's and Montgomery County may experience a change in the taste or smell of their tap water. The company says it's due to increased algae levels in the Potomac River, which could cause the water to have an earthy smell. Officials say water levels in the Potomac are very low due to the lack of rainfall, which is contributing to the growth of algae.
Really no health effects, and unlike some other issues with water, taste or odor, this one you can't boil the water. Flushing your home pipes doesn't really do anything. It really is one of those issues where it kind of has to run its course.
For more information or to file a complaint, you can visit WSSCwater.com/odor. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Byron Scott. Coming up, summer break time for county students. Today was their last day of classes. Details after the break.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Welcome back. County school children are smiling ear from ear as they mark the end of another academic year today. This was the scene at Heather Hills Elementary School in Bowie this afternoon. Parents lining up in their cars as they waited for their kids to get out. CTV speaking with students just moments after they left school.
It was good, and I had to study a lot.
You study a lot this year?
Mm-hmm.
And what year did you just finish?
I just finished my 2nd grade year. I just finished 4th grade.
4th grade, so congratulations. Tell me, what are you excited about for summer?
For summer, I'm definitely excited about going to water parks and just having fun.
And there were also happy faces at Ardmore Elementary School today. Parents and faculty cheering on for students as they left their classrooms for the last time this school year. Some students shared their plans for summer vacation.
Do this summer.
Summer?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to like play.
For this summer, I'm actually planning on, keeping up with the curriculum that Ms. Pitson have provided, pretty much keeping up with his reading, teaching him how to read, but we also want to have fun.
What are you most excited about this summer for?
To go to the beach for my brother's birthday.
Oh, fun. All right, thank you so much. Good luck this summer, all right? High five.
And the summer break goes until August 28th. Well, good news on the economic front for Prince George's County. County Executive Angela Alsobrooks has announced that the county has maintained its AAA bond rating for a 5th consecutive year. That designation comes from the major rating agencies, Fitch, Moody, and Standard & Poor's. They noted the county's stable economic outlook and its large and growing tax base. The news comes as Alsobrooks is scheduled to give her State of the Economy address tomorrow. Prince George's County Executive Angela Alsobrooks vetoes an amendment that would have reallocated $250,000 to a program that aims to prevent lawbreakers from reoffending. In a veto letter to the council, Alsobrooks said the budget is restricted by several factors. One of those is an $86 million school funding obligation mandated by the Blueprint for Maryland's Future. The executive says the new budget meets the immediate needs of residents and allows for the county's long-term success. Well, a mortgage assistance program that has helped more than 11,000 Maryland homeowners is being expanded. The Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development creating the Home Ownership Assistance Fund in March of 2021 to help those in need during the COVID-19 pandemic. An agency spokesperson explains how the program can help you.
The expansion will allow, even more residents to stay in their homes with an estimated more than 1,000 mortgage servicers that are able to issue forward payments, so we can also provide the homeowners a respite period, sometimes up to 6 months, for them to either to make a decision how to move forward, either sell if the payment is entirely unaffordable for them, or work something out with the mortgage servicer.
For more detailed information or to apply for assistance, go to homeownersassistance.maryland.gov. Well, the Public Service Commission is doling out new numbers due to high demand. The commission approving a new 227 area code last September. That new area code starts today in many areas of Central Maryland, including Bowie, Potomac, Silver Spring, and Wheaton. It will appear in areas that currently use area codes 240 and 301. And coming up after the break, Simon Buggs with sports. Stay with us. Stay tuned.
Hey sports fans, and coming up soon, a certain NBA team reaches the mountaintop and a new era begins for the Terps baseball team. Stay right there.
Are you a Maryland homeowner struggling to pay your mortgage or other housing-related bills due to the COVID-19 pandemic? The state of Maryland is offering free help through the Homeowner Assistance Fund. You may be eligible for financial assistance for past due mortgage payments, property taxes, home insurance, HOA fees, and more. You can even apply for help with emergency home repairs. Visit homeownerassistance.maryland.gov or call 833-676-0119 to learn more.
Welcome back. A man and a boy are in custody in connection with an attempted carjacking and an officer-involved shooting. It happened late last night in Temple Hills. Police say an undercover officer in a parked unmarked car was investigating a stolen Kia that was being followed by another stolen Kia. They say one of the drivers approached the officer with a gun pointed at him. The officer fired several rounds, but no one was hit. The suspects fled in their cars but were apprehended in D.C. Arrested were 24-year-old Charles Owen and a 16-year-old boy. Both face attempted carjacking and assault charges. And Prince George's police are investigating a domestic homicide. Here is that suspect, 44-year-old Marcus Braxton of Washington, D.C. The victim is his own son, 22-year-old Melodius Skindian Suitland. Investigators say Braxton fatally stabbed his son last Saturday morning in a home on the 4400 block of West Summer Road in Suitland. Police say the two had been arguing at the time. Braxton allegedly fled the scene but was captured a few hours later. He faces first and second degree murder charges. Well, drivers of electric vehicles can once again use HOV lanes without the passenger requirement. The Maryland Motor Vehicle Administration began reissuing high-occupancy vehicle permits yesterday. Plug-in EVs or certain plug-in hybrid vehicles that are registered in Maryland can use the HOV lanes on I-270 and US 50. That's regardless of the number of passengers, provided they apply and display the HOV permit on their vehicle. A similar program expired last September. Well, future trips to the beach could get a little easier. Route 50 to Ocean City is infamous for its congestion, especially around the Bay Bridge. Now, Maryland's State Highway Administration is planning to alleviate the problem with a nearly $12 million infrastructure grant. The funds will be used for cameras, sensors, and software along the busy thoroughfare. The systems will feed the data into State's traffic center and could be used to alter stoplight times and other traffic signals. Well, there was a brief scare this morning at CTV studios. This after we were alerted about smoke coming from the buildings. Staff has evacuated the facility as the Prince George's Fire Department arrived at the scene. Investigators say the call to the emergency was the result of a fire extinguisher that discharged on the second floor. The incident lasted about 20 minutes.
All right, everybody, it's time for your Tuesday sports page. We'll start with the NBA. History was made last night as the Denver Nuggets won their first NBA championship. They took down the Miami Heat in 5 games to capture the title, with yesterday's closeout game taking place in Denver. Nuggets center Nikola Jokic, who had a great series and was awarded Finals MVP, reflected on the journey to get to this point.
If you want to be successful, you need a couple of years. You need to be a bad, then you need to be the good, and then when you're good, you need to fail. And then when you fail, you're going to figure it out. I think the experience is something that is not what happened to you, is what you're going to do with that, what happened to you, And yes, Jamal was injured. Yes, we lose the first round or second round in the playoff. But there is a process that there is a steps that you need to fill. And there is no shortcuts. It's a journey. And I'm glad that I'm part of this journey.
Another storyline to this historic moment is that Nuggets player Jeff Green hails from Prince George's County. Green has spent 2 years in Denver as well as 16 years in the league overall. And the NBA vet touched on always staying ready if his team needs him.
You never know when your name is going to get called, but when it's called, you got to be ready. So, for me, it was about just, staying in the gym, being ready, being there for my teammates. All for this moment.
Switching to some Terp sports news, Matt Swope has been hired as the new coach of the baseball team. The Prince George's County native has been part of the Maryland baseball staff for over a decade. He was most recently the associate head coach. Swope was the first person to coach his alma mater since Tom Bradley in 1972. Swope suited up for the Terps from 1999 to 2002. And while he has been on the Maryland baseball staff, the team has gone to 6 NCAA regionals as well as 2 super regionals. And that is your Tuesday sports page. Simon Buggs, CTV Sports.
Thank you, Simon. Let's get a quick check now on our 3-day weather forecast. Tonight, mostly clear skies with a low around 59. Tomorrow, possible showers with a high near 78. Thursday, sunny skies, a high of 84. And Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 81. And now for the community calendar. Join the Brentwood community tonight for a Pride Day celebration and potluck. Enjoy a night of community and good food hosted by VV Majestic. The event will be from 6 to 8 at the Brentwood Town Hall. For more information, visit the PGC Pride Instagram page. And that's our news for tonight. I'm Byron Scott. We'll see you tomorrow night. Good night.
My advice to all the fathers out there, they grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.